All right. Should be back. And let's see here. Yes, we're now going to implement the plan that we just laid out in the venerable Google Sheets. As soon as Satisfactory loads. All right. So, where are we? Well, Skybox is still loading. Things are loading. Okay. So we're in Satisfactory now. Let's look at the map to see where we are. So last time on Satisfactory, I was making a lot of noise about building a factory over here in the pink bamboo forest. That would require building up above the trees, which would be possible but hard. So I shifted the plans, and now I'm going to build the factory here in the arch field, which has a lot more open space and actually probably is closer to several resources. So the main challenge here in the arch field is I have to make sure that let's briefly switch over to Blade Runner runners. I may have to make sure that I build over this specific arch, but that won't be nearly as hard as trying to build over the very tall pink trees. So we're going to try to do this here in the arch field. Oop, Durga's here. She's attacking my geometry notes. Durga, leave that alone. Okay. So for this operation, I don't need to actually run very fast because I need fairly precise movement. So I'm going to take off the blade runners and turn off sprint. So I'm like slow, but that's okay. And here's how I'm going to be doing this. We're going to use beacons to like establish a coordinate. So Durga, stop attacking the notebook. Let's see if I can give the cat something else to do. Ooh. Oh, good. Durga's decided that it's okay to play with her bone instead. Yes. All right, good. Anyway, well, let's go over here. What I brought over some resources from the main base, so we have mostly a bunch of iron products here, and then a lot of concrete. So concrete will be the number one thing we need if we need to build like ramps and stuff, or walkways. So we will need iron parts. So let's get a decent distance away from those storage containers, and then, okay. So the first stage is to build a 12-pointed star or 12-sided polygon, however you want to think about it. I want to have, so a 12-pointed thing is like a clock, and I'll probably be referring to like the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock and positions and things like that a lot. Let's throw down a beacon here, and I want to throw down another beacon. So I want to have my back to this beacon, and then throw down another beacon directly north of it. This is sprinting. This is not sprinting. Okay. This is decent. So now if I face north, that's probably not far enough apart. I want them a little further apart than that. So now if I have this roughly to my back and then walk a few steps north, that will probably be what I want. Okay. So now let's build a observation. An observation tower might be overkill for this, but I think it might help a little bit. Let's see if this is further away than I want it. I might end up building this on a from a tall foundation or something like that. So can I see the beacons? Because if I can't see the beacons, then this is too high up. Yeah, this is too high up. Okay. I'm going to leave that there in case I want it for other functions, but let's stand here and build. So this is going to be a mix of like tall foundations and short foundations. So I'm going to put the tall foundations here. Can I jump this high? Yes, okay. So now I have a pretty clear view of, actually I need this to be further away. Which means I need to get this. There's going to be a lot of sort of false start kind of operations here as I make fine corrections to what I'm doing. Okay, I think I can see this now. So now the idea here is to take these two beacons and so the middle of the foundation is like right below the O in the word foundation, kind of. You have these like alternating light and dark patches on the foundation. Now there's a dog who's watching me do this, but that's okay. And so I want to get the beacon. I'm gonna have to scare off this dog. Sorry. Go away. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so the middle of the foundation is right around there. What I want to do is find an orientation such that the let's see. I feel like yeah, actually I can see this decently well. Okay, so I want to be able to have the two beacons line up, which this does not. Like that's not in line, that's not in line, which means I need to move myself. This is decent. Okay. So let's say this will be our approximate north. And so if we put down a foundation there, I will also note, just for curiosity, like with the tall foundations, you can't see the beacons. So this has to be done with the short foundation. Oops, don't do that. Okay. So if I throw down a foundation there, and now to make, we said that the radius has to be, or big L is 5. So what I'm going to do is go out to here and then put a bigger foundation here. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, and then if I go to 2 in that direction, then that'll be 5. But I don't actually have to go in that direction yet. I can. So to make a 12-pointed thing, you really only have to make, because it's trivial to build in 4 directions off of any given foundation, you actually only have to build 3 and then build 4 pointed crosses off of each of those. So what I'm going to do is get myself back in position here. So now this foundation is roughly in line with that one, even if it's only manually so. And then manually rotate it through 3 increments to get 30 degrees. So 1, 2, 3. And then go out here. Hopefully this doesn't overlap. If it does, that's a problem. Okay, so that'll be there, and then we do this again at, I can either do this at 60 degrees or I can go 30 degrees the other direction. Zip, 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 zip. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so now from here I'm going to go 30 degrees this way. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Oh. I'm going to have to start over. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 1, 2, and then there. How's this looking? Yeah. So now I can probably reclaim this thing and then 1, 2, and then build 4 pointed stars off of each of these initial foundations. So now I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we can throw down like this, and then we can go out in this direction. I think now I can start. Now I think I've done most of the precision work, so I think I can start sprinting. So now we have the first X, and now we'll reclaim the interstitial foundations. So as long as I don't reclaim. Actually, now I could reclaim these beacons, but I'm going to leave them in case things get weird. All right, so now we can do this one. 2, 3, and it should always be pretty close to the center of that beacon. 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's going to be a lot of things like when I'm building this factory that I either have to do 12 times or 6 times. I might not do all of them on stream. I mostly have to like just prove that it's like possible, and then I might do some of the rest of it off stream. But when I'm building the smallest polygon, I think I can do the whole thing on stream. That's not a big deal. Okay, so now we want to build a 4-pointed cross off of this one, I think. And we can visually confirm that, yes, this is still very close to the middle of that foundation. Okay. And now I just reclaim these. And now I've built Bauhaus Stonehenge. Yes, okay. All right, so now I have my 12-sided figure with small spaces in between. And again, if we face north, which we can do here, we have like 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. And we have to remember that these things are, inclusive. Like there's a distance of 5 from this edge over to that edge. But if you include these blocks, the distance is 7. Just for giggles, let's get up on a lookout tower and look at it. Yep. Oops, this is gonna hurt. Yeah. So if I don't have the, I think what I can do now is, now that I've done the most precision work, I can put the blade runners back on, and now fall damage doesn't hurt me. Well, from a lookout tower. And then if I need to go slower, I can just turn off sprint, and that should be fine. Okay. So one question is whether I want these things to be taller than they are right now. I think if I continue in a northward direction, so right now we have a radius of approximately 7. If we pull up my math, what did I say I wanted that radius to be? 21. So yes. I think if I keep going this direction without increasing the elevation, I'm going to run into those cliffs over there, and eventually I will also run into the stone arch. So I'm going to increase these on the primary axis. I'm going to increase the primary. Oops, not there. Oh, okay. So you can, in fact, intersect things like this. This is gross. So this is allowed, but this is not what I want to do. Let's actually just do this from the middle. I'm going to increase the primary petals by 2, which means every other one. Somehow the chat's not popped out. Hold on, I have to fix something. Oh, it's over here. That's weird. Oh, right. Okay, anyway. And another thing I'm going to do is, now I want to get up there and build, start building out. But in order to do that, I'm going to want a pathway down to the, so I can get up there. So let's do that. Eventually I'm going to like standardize the ways of getting down to the ground and in between each petal of the flower here. But for now, I'm just going to do it like this. Okay. So if the distance here is 7, let's just go ahead and make that obvious. So now while I'm up here, I can't see the central beacon, but I can see, these 2 side minor petal foundations, and I can count from there. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we're standing on this one here, we want to go in 10 in either direction. So let's do that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we should be able to go 5 in either direction from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this might involve some chainsaw business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's deal with this situation. I should be able to see this tree. I guess I'll just get down here. Okay. Yeah, and then this will extend off in that direction. There's some poison gas over there, so I'll have to like, well, those little like beehive or ant or termite things emit poison gas. I'll have to figure out how I want to handle that. But in any case, let's stay on task and finish what we're doing here. So again, 10 past here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are also crabs over there. Oh wait, did I? So this is, I forgot that this is an inner diameter, which I might have actually miscounted over here. So let's confirm this. Again, here, there's a great potential for off by 1 errors here. Yeah, the gas mask lets you breathe poison, I assume, safely. I don't know if there's any way to, like, actually remove the sources. I don't think so. Like, I don't think you can kill crabs. I'll briefly demonstrate. So here's a crab. Stand up. Yep. I'll put like 3 clips into this crab. Yeah. So I am not aware of any method that can like remove sources of poison gas. Well, not counting like spiders. Spiders can spit poison gas and you can kill spiders, but that's not what I'm talking about. So again, 10 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so actually these foundations are one step too close, so I have to build it out here. And what that means is that it would eventually collide with the pedal from the next one. Mast is offering to look into crab battle. If you want to, sure. Yeah, like if there actually is a way and I just don't have the technology or don't know, that's fine. This is going to be a lot of foundation building. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This pedal's going to run to a cliff there, but that's fine. There is a solution. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to actually make this 3 deep here. For reasons that I might explain later. Oh, crabs are explodable. That's interesting. So if I like throw Obelisk on them, then they can explode. That's hilarious. Am I carrying dynamite? Yeah, sure. Let's have a dynamite interlude. What the? Oh, detonator. Okay, I'm gonna take some damage here from getting close to a crab, but that's fine. Okay, that's cute. I can also test it with the other type of gas emitter, because there are some right over here. Looks like no. Well, the fact that you can blow up crabs is important information, and not something that I intuited from the game. So I'm fine having someone look up that on the wiki. Okay, so I've got that pedal started. So let's now do it over here. And oops, I should double check my count here. So here's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the pedal itself will be built out one past this because again, big L needs to be an inner diameter, and then 5 out here. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I'm going to make this 3 deep for now. Of course, these will ultimately be a lot longer as I'm actually using them for stuff, but I mean, the other thing is that you don't need to be that far higher than gas emitters to be safe from them, so it's not the hugest deal. Okay, so now I have the start of two major pedals. Let's see what time. I've got about half an hour or so. All right. So I want there to be like transport belts in between. So if I don't want to have connections between every major pedal, but I want to be connected to, from a given pedal, I want to be able to ride a conveyor belt over to the pedal immediately opposite, and then also the two on either side of a given pedal. So, and I don't want them to run right through the middle. I want them to be like offset a little bit. So, how do I want to do this? Can I? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a foundation. Let's see how the degree to which I'm allowed to do this. I would have thought this would give me an encroaching clearance error, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, so if I put a conveyor pole like there, I'm going to need to go pick up some stuff. I'm going to head over here and get more concrete and also pick up my encased steel beams. So I'm thinking that probably in the actual middle of the of this structure, I'm going to build a launch tower. I might do that off camera though. All right. So I didn't actually bring that much encased steel beam over here, so I won't be able to build too many of these. But I should be able to build at least across one. Okay. And now I'm going to reclaim these foundations and the interstitial conveyor poles. Come on, there we go. Oh, there's a conveyor pole there. Yep, okay. Okay. And now I can just ride this conveyor belt over to here. Very convenient. And let's build the other one over here, although I might run out of encased industrial beam. Encased steel beam? What are they actually called? Encased industrial beam, right. Which, I think this game is developed by Swedish people, so their English might occasionally be a little bit different from how American English works. Like, because I think of encased industrial beam as basically being a reinforced concrete. So this one needs to be going the other direction, so let's actually start from the other end. Then again, I don't actually know a ton about construction engineering, so maybe Americans also call it encased industrial beam. I don't know. Like, the other thing is that reinforced concrete is usually made from rebar and not like steel I-beams. But don't worry about it. Oh wait, yeah, this is the right direction. I think I'm gonna like barely have enough encased industrial beam for this one, but that's fine. Okay, so about there. And again, we're gonna reclaim this. So then once I finish this, I'm gonna build another pedal out and demonstrate how I want the connectors to be built for those. Okay, so which direction are we gonna go next? I think I'm gonna go in the like. Let's just take this thing back over here. Okay, this is not actually the most efficient way to get around if I want to get back to the middle. I'm gonna build, this would be the like 10 o'clock, 5 o'clock position, is that right? Or no, 11 o'clock, yeah, 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That's 3, then that's 4. That's 10, 11, okay. Yeah, the fact that you can take away the conveyor poles is weird. And in fact, you can even like connect, like if I reclaim this conveyor belt, Like now there's just a bare conveyor belt there, but I can still connect things to it. Like if I point this correctly, or fall on the ground. Come on. I've done this before. I think that works. Like it places a conveyor. Oh, no, that is not actually what I want. I've broken it. Okay, now I have to like fix it. Yeah. Oh God, what have I done? um, I don't know. This might be. Can I do this with a Mark III? So I definitely have done this. Where like there's just a bare conveyor belt. Oh wait, the problem is that I'm pointing it the wrong direction. Like, because hold on. It's possible I may regret what I just did and have to redo it, in which case I'll do it off camera. Yeah, this goes this direction. Okay. Oops. A little too excited about the conveyor writing there. In any case, I did demonstrate the direction it goes. I think oops. I'm very good at video games. Maybe I won't worry about this right now. If I screw this up again somehow, then I will just like leave it. That's weird. I think I can probably demonstrate it over here though. Okay, so I've removed the conveyor pole there. But if I go this direction, oh, wait, how is it? Oh, did I attach it to the wrong end? Yeah, okay. Let's do this correctly. Yes, okay. Well, it can't reach. How can it not reach? Oh, there we go. I had it for a second here. There we go. Yes. So as long as one end is like anchored in the right direction, you're allowed to do this. Even though there's no conveyor belt or conveyor pole there. Yeah. Let's go this way. Zoop. Okay. I'll fix that later. Anyway. So now we're going to do the thing I said I was going to do, which is build the build the 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock thing. So now this is going to get kind of weird. Okay. So again, we are here standing here at 0, and we go 1, 2, 3, and then we need to go another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then so now this is the big L arm, and now we make the K arm. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so then we might be able to, anyway, that's the closest corner of the inner petals. And then, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's also a limestone deposit right there, so somewhere nearby I might start manufacturing concrete. But there's also no power out here yet, so I have to go get power first. Okay, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's the inner diameter, big L. And so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Thinking I might finish the 6 major petals here, and then that might be the end of the stream for the day. But let's get that done first. I might need to start reclaiming things, yeah, because I can't reach across now. There's too much stuff in the way. Let's get that stuff out of the way, and now I can do this. Okay, so from the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. There's a foundation doing nothing out there. Okay. Okay, and here at the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This petal in particular is going to run to this cliff real fast. I'm still going to build it, but it won't be usable for very much, which is not a big problem. Like, there basically aren't any locations that are clear enough for this to be. Well, I have a couple options. I can either build this up even higher, which I could do to get it over this thing, but I think I'll probably just live with the situation as it is. I'm going to double check this count here. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We're just building into a hillside now. Oops. Although I can chainsaw this tree. There may still be uses for a petal being built into the hillside. But we can assess that later. All right, now if we go stand on our observation platform, I don't know how good of a view this will give us, but you know, this is pretty good. You can see in all directions here. I have a little bit of time, though I want to try to build out. I'm going to try to build out one of the stems for the minor petals. So let's pick a direction. I think I'm going to go like that direction. That's 12. Yeah, so I'm going to do like 11, 5 petals. I'm not going to actually build the petals. I just want to get the stems built. Okay. Whoop. I'm going to do this by falling down. Okay, great. And this is going to involve a lot more counting. So we said we were going to try a big L of, like an outer big L of 43. Wow. So that's 21 in any direction on either side. Well, here we go. I wonder if this might be easier to build from the ground. Let's try that. Okay, so I still want these to be just as high as everything else, which is going to make things a little bit tricky. Okay, hold on. I have to. Also makes it. Also breaks this ramp here. So what am I going to do about that? Okay, so the way I'm going to deal with this is reclaim this to, and then this will be facing like that. Okay, and then I'm going to reclaim this. So I'm going to like do an invisible count here. So like there's 1, 2, 3. Then we have to count at 21. Oh, right, I was going to do this from the ground. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to mark the 10th one with a bigger foundation so that it's easier to keep track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then, so this will be easier to build from, this is easy to build from the ground so long as the ground is not too far away. Okay, and then, so that's the inner part, and then we can build this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can also make this one. Okay. So the sheer size of that, like the very long distance there, might be an argument to reduce the width of the minor petals from like 11 down to 9 or something. That might be a little bit easier to live with. But let's just build this and see, build it in the other direction and see how far apart they actually end up being. And this I cannot stay under the ground because it's going to stretch off of a cliff. So I have to actually be up over it. Which means using the larger foundations as counters won't work. So I have to just kind of do it correctly. So it was that direction, so I'm going to go this direction. Okay, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21. Now we're in toxic gas. That's fun. I thought we would be high enough. We're not. So let's see if I can how well I can skirt the toxic gas. That's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh. Okay, now we're in toxic gas. I may make some decisions. I may decide to just build the whole thing higher to get above that cliff and get above the toxic gas. I may also pull in the outer pedal K. But I think this is enough excitement for now. I have some other errands to attend to. The last thing I'm going to actually do is rename. I'm going to first pull down the beacon that's over here for Archfield and actually name the factory. So let's see. I think the beacon's up here. I have to remember how to get up there. I obviously did it because almost. There we go. So pick up this beacon. And I'm going to rename this beacon because this is the center of everything. So I'm going to name this factory. I've been using a bunch of flower metaphors, and I'm going to keep doing that. So it's going to be the Blumenwerk. All right, let's just head up here, and this will be so. Off stream, there are lots of things I can do. Notably, I might off stream build a platform across here to get power and a conveyor belt over to here, because once I have a conveyor belt here, I can start shipping advanced parts and other stuff over here. And then once I have power, I can start, for example, somewhere. Like, there's a limestone deposit here, and then once I have power here, I can start locally producing concrete, and that'll help because building this out is going to involve a large quantity of concrete. So building a giant platform, large causeway over here is definitely an off-stream activity because that'll be amazingly tedious. So that'll be happening later. But for now, this afternoon I may, if I'm not doing anything else, I may do another stream, or I may just start building stuff off stream. And I'll consider whether I want to elevate the whole factory to avoid that cliff, and also avoid the poison gas. But more likely, what I'll do is not elevate the factory, but I will bring the minor pedals down from k equals 11 to like k equals 9, I think. We'll think about that. Anyway, thanks for joining. See you next time.